article summarization, right? So if we focus on summarizing an article text in one paragraph with a specific number of bullet points and so forth, right? And if you provide a large scale text and we want to get a summary of that, that is known as article summarization, and that is a task that a ChatGPT can easily carry out. Generating a new email or a response, for example, you're writing a reminder email, or you got an email from somebody who is visiting, and you need to curate, you get involved your co-workers to participate in that meeting. Writing a response to that context could be easily generated by ChatGPT. So let's move on to the next task. If you talk about the next task, one of the important things that I use it a lot, and is like a very important application where there are many applications that are there, which is article summarization, right? So what you can do is think about is like, let's say you are recording, using speech or using speakers and other things, a whole meeting, right, where 5 or 6 people are conversing with each other, and then using an API, you can easily convert the speech and translate that into the text, and then ask application like ChatGPT to summarize the whole meeting for you, rather than taking all the different gibberishes that are happening inside the meeting. Summarize the main context and main important things that was discussed in the meeting could be easily enabled by applications like ChatGPT, right? So this is known as article summarization, meeting summarization, and there are various other things that you can do with this sort of technology. So let's focus on that task and see how we can carry out article summarization using ChatGPT. Okay. So here what I've done is like I have provided text for a paper that I was writing, and I'm asking the ChatGPT to essentially summarize, right, this article, summarize the following article in one paragraph and 3 bullet points, right? That's my prompt. So what I'm saying is like, I'm providing you text, and this is the text of a paper that I'm writing right now, and I'm asking ChatGPT to essentially summarize this whole thing that I've written, given as an input, in one paragraph and 3 bullet points. Okay, so you can understand the task, and the task is 1 paragraph and 3 bullet points. You have to summarize everything that has been written from the beginning of the highlight to the end of the highlight that I'm showing right here. So it has to basically take this much of text and summarize that text in a single paragraph and 3 bullet points. So let's see what ChatGPT does. So here is ChatGPT writing a paragraph summarizing the overall text that we have, right? So here are the 3 bullet points that it came. So it also came with the 3 bullet points. Let's look at couple of lines of the outputs that are out there. So in this article, authors discuss the integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning with additive manufacturing in 3D print, right? Which is essentially the scope of what I wrote. They highlight the potential of this combination to revolutionize traditional manufacturing process, optimize material uses, enhance part performance, and accelerate development cycle. Right? And those are essentially what are the things that we have actually done inside the article in a more expanded format. So it's doing a very decent job, a very good job of summarizing what is there in the article. Finally, we have listed the bullet part. Let's read the bullet part. AI ML algorithms optimize material uses, enhance part performance, and accelerate development cycle. Given what is there in the article, I can say confidently that yes, it does that. So the summary is really, really good summary of what is out there in the main text that we have provided to the overall ChatGPT. So this task of summarizing a large volume of text or a larger volume of text and making a succinct version of it is known as article summarization or text summarization, and that is one of the tasks that LLMs can do, or chat interfaces like ChatGPT, Bard, and Bing can do for you. So let's move on to the next task, which is new email or response generation, right? So you can use ChatGPT if you're stuck and you think what is the best way to write emails or what is the best way to put forward things and so forth. You can use ChatGPT to give you some initial idea, or you can also reuse some of the text for writing responses and new emails. So let's go through this task and see how we can do that, right? So I'm providing a prompt which basically says that write an email, right? Write a short reminder email about a task someone needs to complete in a motivating way, right? This is a common thing that happens across to us, that we need to ask one of your subordinates or colleagues to complete their task. and we need to write an email about that. The deadline is coming. You need to complete this task. Can you do that in a motivating way? So so that that person whom we write to is motivated to complete that task, right? So again, the prompt is write a short reminder email about a task someone needs to complete in a motivating way. And once I provide this, right, it gives the subject heading also, right? Friendly reminder, let's complete the task together. And it essentially writes an email, which I think is not a short email. So one of the things that sometimes I say that, the LLMs are verbose. They are very, very talkative. And so you see a large output, even though I provided a short reminder email, maybe it did not provide a short one, it provided a decently big email. But you can always interact. This is the nature of it, right? I can say that I write a shorter version of the email level. Okay, so you can take and you can fine tune the response from the previous one, and it probably will write now this time a shorter version of an email that is there. Okay, this is definitely shorter than the previous one. So you can see how ChatGPT could be used for writing shorter emails and or longer emails or a new email, right? Now, this was an example of how to write a new email. Let's also, take a prompt to see how we can ask ChatGPT to write a response to an email. So let's say you have received an email, then you can provide a specific prompt and ask ChatGPT to write a response email in a certain way. And what I'm doing here is I'm asking ChatGPT to write an email motivating your teammates to fill up a visiting person schedule. Okay, so a person is visiting your company and you want to, put all your colleagues on the visiting schedule, and you want to write in that setting, right? And let's say that person has responded and say that, okay, I will be visiting next Tuesday and Wednesday, and and he has asked for a visiting schedule. So what I'm doing here is I'm asking the ChatGPT to write an email motivating the team to fill up a visiting person schedule, right? Where the context has been provided. So Dr. XS will be visiting us and ask for a visit schedule. There are multiple spots that are open for meeting. It will be great if you can be around and can meet. That's the context I'm providing. So I'm basically providing this email as an input, and I'm asking the ChatGPT to write a response to that email. Okay, so this is the email response task that you can carry out. And here is an example, right? I hope the email finds you on a high spirit and excited. Currently there are still multiple spots open for meeting in Dr. X schedule. It would be fantastic if you can meet most of the visit by ensuring that each time slot is filled, right? So this is how, given a context, given an email, the ChatGPT could be also used as a seeding process to generate an initial, email to write a response to an existing email that is already there with you. So this is another task that can be enabled using ChatGPT, which is basically creating either a new email or writing a response to an email.